皆様こんばんは、櫻井よしこです。毎週金曜日夜9時の放送です。今夜の桜ライブは皆さんと一緒に世界の精神的リーダーの一人でありますダライラマ法王様のお話を伺いましょう。昨年は体調不良で日本に来られなかったんですけれども、今年はとてもお元気でした。中国の弾圧が強まる中で、チベット民族はこれからどのように生き延びていくのか、法王はどのような平和の道を築いていくのか伺いました。今夜の話は3つの部分に分けてお伝えいたします。まず第一に、民族の誇りチベット仏教と科学です。第2部が中国の暴虐弾圧とチベットの戦いです。第3部が日本とチベットの絆を深める。そして最後にチベット問題についての私の思いを語ります。インタビューに入る前にちょっとチベットの現状をおさらいしておきましょう。この地図をちょっとご覧ください。ここが今100万人が収容所に入れられていると言われるウイグルの人たちですね。その南にチベット自治区があります。青海省というのがあります。これも昔はチベットの一部でした。で、このようなウイグルやチベットの人たちの領土を昔は独立した国家だったんです。それを1949年、昭和24年に中国が中華人民共和国を建設して、すぐに彼らは中国人民解放軍をチベットに侵攻させました。チベットを侵略し、土地を奪い、チベット人を殺し、このチベットを自分たちのものにしようとしたんです。法皇様も命を狙われました。そして1959年に法皇様は多くのチベット人と共にインドに亡命しました。それがここです。インド北部のダラムサラというところに今いらっしゃいます。もう来年でここに亡命生活を始めて60年になります。私は2011年にこのダラムサラを訪れまして、法皇様にお会いいたしました。これがその時の写真です。法皇様ずいぶんお若かったです。そしてこのお紅茶ですけれども、法皇様ご自身が入れてくださいました。このダラムサラでも、そして今回の訪日の旅でも、法皇様は中国の弾圧の現状を語りました。この60年間に中国本土に残されたチベットで、どれだけ多くのチベット人が殺されたか、どれだけ多くのチベットのお坊様2層が殺されたか、ひどい目にあったか、チベットの仏教寺院はほとんどが破壊されました。中国政府に抗議するために、この10年間で154人のチベット仏教徒が焼身自殺という、本当にひどい苦しみを伴う方法で自殺をしました。中国の弾圧を世界に知らしめるためです。国際社会は中国に厳しい批判の矢を放ち続けています。日本もようやく議員の皆さん方が、議員連盟を作りました。そして議員連盟を作ってチベットの在り方についての懸念を表明し、チベット支援に乗り出しました。法皇様は今回チベットを代表として日本を訪れ、精神的リーダーの一人として日本を訪れ、どのような形で日本が世界の平和、チベットの平和に貢献できるか、そのことを日本人に自覚してほしいという思いでいらしたと思います。どうぞ対談をお聞きください。Your life is full of meaning for you, for the Tibetan people, for Japanese, and for the people in the whole world. Yes. Next year, it will be 60 years since you moved to Dharamsala. And we are all thinking how to maintain the Tibetan nation, Tibetan community. I would like to hear your thought about that first.
Okay. Yes. Since 1959, April, we reached India. Then the government of India, headed by Jawaharlal Nehru, see, he really helped a lot. I was told when the government received information Dalai Lama left from Lhasa, then the cabinet meeting, some discussions. Then some minister, you see, expressed, if Dalai Lama give asylum in India, the India's relation with China may be some trouble. But then Nehru personally mentioned, no, Dalai Lama, we must receive Dalai Lama. And then we come India, and I think April, end of April, 1959, I reached Mussoorie. Then within few days, Pandit Nehru come.
Nehru came to see you?
Yes. And then I report after the Buddha Jayanti, 56. All sort of events, I told him like that. So in any way, he very, very helpful.
Yes.
Then we already thinking long term. So Tibetan settlement. And then Pandit Nehru told me the most important about future is proper education for younger generation. Personally, he very much sort of take interest about education, young Tibetan. And Tibetan school, separate school, was established like that. So therefore, so now after now nearly 60 years, Tibetan community in India quite well established and quite well successful.
Stable.
Regarding education, modern education, and also regarding preservation of ancient Tibetan knowledge, Buddhism. When we say Buddhism, it's not just religion, but philosophy. And then logic. So usually, you see, in order to become a scholar, in Tibet, in the past, at least 20-30 years study. In India, about 20 years study.
I see.
So about 10,000 monk students who carry this study. And then about since soon after I reach India, I also appeal nuns should study like monk. So they start. So now nuns who carry study like monk, about 1,000. So like that. So we quite successful refugee community. All these, firstly, Indian government, central government, as well as various state government which concern Tibetan refugee, very helpful. And then we Tibetan ourselves, determined people. We very much concerned preservation of our language, and in that language, a lot of sort of subject, psychology, philosophy, logic, all these things. I notice now today's world, the best language to explain sophisticated
philosophy
and logic, and psychology. Tibetan language is the best language.
Is that right?
So now I was told some Chinese scholars inside China. You see, some even try to study Tibetan. Because they very much sort of admire Tibetan Buddhist tradition is very scientific tradition like that.
I am so glad to hear the whole story of how well the Tibetan government is educating Tibetan people in regards to Buddhism, philosophy, and logics. And it is so important to preserve the way Tibetans think and live, maintaining the culture of Tibet. And almost 60 years after your asylum to India, we want to be made sure that Tibetan religion and tradition would continue on in the same manner as it had been until today. And I would like to ask you, of course you educated so many thousands of people, so many thousands of nuns, but from now on, how do you keep the Tibetan tradition of Buddhism?
I think, generally speaking, I think quite successful. The real, pure, complete form of study, I think available in India. Inside Tibet, some remote area, yes, there are some. Some monasteries, they carry study. But generally, a lot of restrictions. And the bigger monasteries around Lhasa, they also necessary political education.
Political
so
education.
There are, a little bit sort of control. But in India, free. And then whole northern Himalayan range,
Yes.
The Buddhist and same sort of Buddhist tradition, which we Tibetan have. So several thousand students in this area. And then also some foreigners,
Yes.
some Vietnamese, some Mongols, and Mongol, a few hundred Mongol students study
I see.
in India. And then a few Japanese also
Thank
now
you.
studying
Thank you. It's
like
good
that.
to know. Yes.
And some Vietnamese, some Korean, like that. So I think, and one of the reason Tibetan spirit inside Tibet so strong.
Inside
So
of Tibet in China.
Yes. So
Yes.
you see that give us sort of determination. We are in free country, so we must carry the thing which they wish. I usually describe myself as a free spokesman for Tibetan people. So we enjoy freedom in India, all the facility, help from the Indian government. So we carry. It is our duty, study. And then, since some time back, I also suggested in our curriculum, Buddhist study,
Yes.
should include science.
Science.
So now, final examination, one subject according to their wish, one science, subject one science also. In some bigger monastery in South India, some study about science, some kasa, they mean you have read kasa.
With instruments, for experiment.
What do you call science?
Laboratories.
Or laboratory.
Laboratory.
Or science. Like that. When I suggest
Yes.
in early period, we should study science. Then some old monk, little bit of reservation. Now these old scholars also fully support.
Fully support you now. Science and this Buddhist philosophy, how do they mingle? How do they get together? How do they...
So
yes.
In early, I think in 60s or early 70s,
Yes.
I sort of, I have some discussion, some Buddhist, including some old sort of generation of scholars, and also some Western Buddhists who follow Tibetan Buddhism. I asked, is my sort of one idea discussed with science and including study science. So some actually one Westerner, you see, expressed to me, be dangerous, be cautious, because science is killer of religion.
Oh.
Then
Yes.
I thought Buddha himself, you see, told us investigation and experiment is more important than faith. So then, no problem. I start. So then, as a result, now after nearly 40 years, the number of scientists now really showing interest about our knowledge, about psychology and quantum physics, these things.
Yes.
So now, as I mentioned, you see some of those old scholars, originally a little bit so cautious, now they fully support like that.
どうでしたか。法皇様は探求することは信じることよりも重要だ。ブッダがこのようにおっしゃっていた、このように考えていたということを繰り返しお話しなさいました。科学を仏教に取り入れること、それについてどのような重要性があるのか、科学を仏教に取り入れることによって仏教の信念そのものを強くすることが大事だというわけですね。ではなぜ法皇様は仏教をただ単にこれまでの教えの通りに信じるのではなくって、新しい要素を入れてもっともっと広げて地盤を強めようとしているのか。それは中国が弾圧を強める中で、チベット仏教が生き延びるためにも、チベット民族が生き延びるためにも、もっと精神面でも宗教の面でも強くなければならない。相手を論破することができなければならない。いろんな中国人の思いにも応えることができなければならない。そう信じているからだろうと思いました。チベット仏教そのものは非常に長い伝統を持った素晴らしい哲学であり論理学でありますけれども、そこに21世紀のこの新しい技術、それから発想によって変わっていく人類の在り方を反映させて、人類として科学をどのように取り入れていくかという発想をしていること自体が本当に素晴らしいと思いました。現代人の心の問題を解き、そして民族間の対立のその根を解く、その鍵を私たちはただ単に昔の教えを信じるということではなくって、もっと大きな見地から考えなければならないということなんだろうと思います。それにしても中国本土のチベットの人たちがどれだけ強い心で信仰を持っているかということを法皇様おっしゃってました。本当に強い弾圧の下で彼らがしっかりと耐えている、そのことに私は感激いたしました。さて、ここで第2部に行きましょう。中国の弾圧についてです。特定の民族を弾圧し、そして多くの人を殺し、民族消滅を願っているかのようなことをやること、これを民族浄化作戦と言います。21世紀のこの地球社会においては絶対に許されないことなんですけれども、中国では現実にこれが起きていると私は思います。アメリカ政府も議会もさっきちょっと申し上げましたけれども、中国のウイグル問題について非常に強い抗議の意思を示しています。そして私が思うには、ウイグルの人たちだけではなくって、チベットの人たちも同じような運命にさらされてきたんです。今も同じような運命にさらされているんです。その中国の弾圧の実態について法皇様にお伺いしました。どうぞ対談をお聞きください。When we think about Tibetan people, a majority of the Tibetan people being involved in China, and then Chinese government is really strengthening the policy of pursuing more and more material wealth and the power. and they are not helping the other religion of Tibetan people nor Uyghur people. They oppress the religion. How can we go about it? How do you deal with the Chinese government? Because they have been really oppressing the Tibetan people and you yourself.
Now over 60 years, or altogether 70 years, I usually describe the Chairman Mao's era, one. Then Deng Xiaoping era. Then Jiang Zemin era. Wu Jintao not much.
Wu Jintao not
quite
much.
silence. Quite kazoda. Quite silence. And then Xi Jinping era. So there are same Communist Party, same system, same constitution, but the reality much change. Now, today China, like Japan, historically Buddhist. So, like I think Chiang Kai-shek and Mao Zedong come from Buddhist family. Like that. So Buddhism, historically, wherever you see Han people there, whether in America, whether in Europe, whether in India, in previously Chinatown in India, Calcutta. So there are always a Buddhist temple. Always there. So now today, I think the biggest Buddhist population exists in China.
In China.
In China.
It is incredible, yes?
About, I think, over 300 million Buddhists.
300 million people in China are Buddhist.
Yes.
Tibetan
so
Buddhist.
Many of them, you see, attracted towards Tibetan Buddhism because the Tibetan Buddhism, you see, have the knowledge how to train our mind. The many Chinese temple, they carry some ritual, some prayer, without much sort of knowledge like that. So there also is some the positive factor. And then China, I think there's some party leader, they express Buddhism can go with socialism, like that. That's true. So therefore, things are changing. Firstly, we are not seeking independence since 74. We decided, and elected political leadership also is to follow same line. So our side open. Then the Chinese, in the past, is a lot of criticism. They describe me as a spiritist.
That's right.
Now that seems to no longer use that word.
How do they call you
change.
now?
Some change. Now, I think last 2 years, direct sort of criticism towards me, much less.
Much less. What do you think?
Much less. Then also, you see, since 79, right? 79, you see, we developed direct contact with Chinese government. Then few years, some my representative go there, went there, and meet, discuss like that. Then eventually, that stopped. But informal way, I still kept contact with Chinese leaders.
Even today?
Today, yes.
I see.
Some businessmen, some retired official. From time to time, they came to see me.
I see.
Like that. So we keep relations continuously. We'll see.
We are worried that the Chinese Communist government will choose the next Dalai Lama after you. Are you concerned about it?
No.
No?
No concern. Doesn't matter. Two pension lama. One I choose.
Yeah.
One Chinese government choose. Number of Chinese officials themselves, you see, describe this Chinese, you see, the appointed pension lama, they usually say false pension lama.
The Chinese officer says. Chinese officers says.
Some Chinese officials.
I see.
Privately they mention like that. So in any way, whether you see, now I'm not thinking about the Dharma Institute itself. I'm not thinking seriously.
No.
As early as 1969, I officially, publicly, I mentioned this very institution should continue or not up to Tibetan people. So that's my principle. So eventually, I think some meeting, including some Mongolian, because Mongolia, Dalai Lama, very unique link.
Yes.
And then whole Himalayan range people. So eventually, I think when my age reach 90, then I think maybe relevant have some meeting about Dalai Lama institution or future of Dalai Lama.
Until
So
then,
that's not my business. I have no much. I never sort of consider importance that. Important is my day-to-day life should be some meaningful. That's important. That's my concern. Future, they concern people, not my concern.
I see. And you have a confidence in the Tibetan people, who believes in Tibetan Buddhism, that they would be able to overcome any problem and just keep their own religion and the way of life and the philosophy and logics.
Important is study
Study.
and practice. Now out of 10,000 monks and a few thousand nuns and also public level, I think now people, more and more people really showing interest, serious study. I usually describing now today's Buddhist should be 21st century Buddhist. Full of knowledge, very important. Now, if may I say so, including Japanese Buddhist, should be 21st century Buddhist. Study more.
Study more.
Oh,
Yes.
It is not sufficient just to say, carry some recitation, some Hangya Shinju,
Hanya Shinkyo.
recite. Not sufficient. Must study. That's very important. So I always is telling Tibetan also. Now is the old way of practice is, frankly speaking, like blind faith.
Blind faith. Yes.
That outdated. Now should be study, then full conviction, the value of Buddha's teaching, which 2,600 years old, but very relevant to today's world. And Buddhism, particularly Nalanda tradition, can go side by side with modern science. Many scientists now really showing interest about, our knowledge about mind, about emotion. So these days I am telling, publicly express, now hygiene of physical in the education there, important, but hygiene of emotion must include in our education, whether believer or non-believer, believe this religion, that religion, that's secondary question. The real question is, we are human beings. Our intelligence, this brain, very marvelous. But sometimes this intelligence becomes source of problem. Now that this intelligence should be positive, useful to bring, firstly, happier individual, then happier family, then happier community, then through that way, happier world.
That's right. So this way of thought has been continued for more than 2,000 years in the Tibetan Buddhism, and you have a long history which survived so many centuries. Now the Chinese Communist Party has such a short history.
That's right.
So you think you would outlive the Chinese Communist Party's rule, right?
Frankly speaking,
Yes.
the Marxism and Buddhism, I think sometimes I feel as far as socio-economic theory is concerned, Marxism is part of Buddhism. So therefore, I myself, as far as socio-economic theory is concerned, I am Marxist. No problem. Thinking, public level, particularly the working class people. The Karl Marx, you see, when in Europe industrialization come, you see, working class people suffer a lot, too much exploitation. So at that time, he stand for right for working class people. So I'm socialist.
In economy.
Yes.
Economy, yes.
So therefore, Marxism mainly, you see, material field. You see, through Marxism, very difficult to produce peace of mind. Difficult. I think Karl Marx, I feel, a good person. But Marxism spoiled by Lenin. Lenin, Bolshevik Revolution, after First World War, and then serious civil war there. So during that period, naturally, the leader's mind much sort of related with wartime mentality. So Lenin, they carried the slogan of Marxism, communism, but the reality, too much sort of wartime militant, tight control, ruthless suppression, and secrecy. So Lenin spoiled genuine Marxism. Then Stalin come. Then Mao Zedong also is in that way.
Then the oppression came and
yes.
people's unhappiness were
So
all
therefore,
over the place.
I think original Marxism, I think ruled by working class people. That means majority. That means that means less privileged people.
The more fair society.
Yes.
Yes.
So the more democratic principle there. Then eventually wartime totalitarian system developed.
So what?
So now China, Buddhism,
Yes.
2,600 years old. The Marxism, comparatively, very new.
Very
And a totalitarian system, not fit with basic human nature. Human being want freedom. So the totalitarian system, no future. So today China, gradually some changing under the leadership of Xi Jinping. Gradually some changing. And also their party's or attitude towards Buddhism is something very favorable, very positive.
You are not worried about China and Chinese oppression on your people, on the Uyghur people, on the Mongolian people. You are not worried about it.
Now Uyghur, I really feel very sad. That one, you see, the Uyghur, they are also, you see, the more violent way against Chinese authority. So the result, more suppression. Tibet case, some Chinese officials even mentioned Tibetan are Buddhist. Their principle is non-violence. So, you see, their attitude towards Tibetan side more gentle, comparatively. In Tibet also, you see, in 56, 57, more sort of uprising, more suppression. But eventually, I think the Tibetan people carried the non-violent principle. Look, I think about more than 100 people, you see, self-burn.
Burnt themselves.
You see these? You see, such sort of the courage people can destroy some other people, but they follow non-violent principle. So burn themselves, not attack other people.
That's right. this is the most cruel way of self-killing. Yes.
Right. But this, firstly, I really feel very sad when I heard that. But at the same time, I admire, they carry principle of non-violence. So in any way, Tibetan spirit combined with very sophisticated or very realistic Buddhist tradition will never suppress by short-sighted communist. Never.
I see.
Never. Now, some Chinese scholars, they're also showing interest about Buddhism, particularly Tibetan Buddhism. They describe Tibetan Buddhism is scientific religion. And some of them, eager to learn Tibetan Buddhist tradition, like that.
The American government is having a very hard policies against China for oppressing the Uyghur people. And then the same thing can be said about the Tibetan people. But do you think the Xi Jinping's government will eventually understand the world criticism against their way of doing things?
I think, yes. I think it is important, reminds the real situation, reality, particularly Xinjiang, and then Mongolia, Inner Mongolia, then also Tibet, and then China, overall China, the less individual freedom and press freedom without press freedom. So I often used to telling when I met some Chinese, 1.2 billion Chinese people have right to know the reality. Once people knows the reality, the 1.2 or 3 billion Chinese people also have the ability to judge what is right, what is wrong. Therefore, censorship, control media is totally morally wrong. They let people should know the reality. So that I always is telling.
Yes.
Chinese media should have more freedom. So I think for their own interest, the totalitarian system is wartime relevant, but peacetime no relevant. It will change, I'm hoping under the leadership of Xi Jinping, I think more change may come. But we'll see.
You have a hope
Yes.
for the future.
It's better with hope.
I see.
Complete hopeless is not good.
I see.
There's too much stress in your mind. I always feel remain optimism. Better. We Buddhists, pray to achieve Buddhahood. It's not easy, difficult, but we never give up. We always pray to become enlightenment.
I see. Yes.
It may take eons, but we determined that.
You are determined.
So-
Never give up.
But not easy, difficult. It may take life after life, and even eons. But we keep this determination. So similarly, Tibet issue may not achieve within few years, but okay, Tibetan nation, a nation, individual different, a nation.
As a whole.
Yes, several thousand-year-old sort of. According to some Chinese archaeologists, they say 35,000 years.
35,000 years.
Tibetan sort of race happened in Tibet.
35,000 years
Yes,
of race.
yes, Tibetan, because of inhabitants.
I see. I see.
Then, 7th century, close relation with China as well as India. Then, writing start, Tibetan letter. So Tibetan script start, copy from India. One ancient Indian sort of script, Devanagari. Then 8th century, the Tibetan emperor invited one topmost scholar of Nalendra, Shanda Rishida, invited to Tibet. So Shanda Rishida introduced Buddhism according to Nalendra tradition, so including logic. So logical approach, always investigate, not faith. So therefore, our culture, Tibetan culture, I think sometimes I sort of publicly sort of mention Tibetan culture can be a treasure of the humanity.
Oh, good. Yes.
So that will remain.
That will
remain.
You take initiative and study and find facts, and it will become the part of your knowledge and deed, and it will keep developing.
Right.
That's right. Yes. 法皇様のお考えを聞いていて、本当にいろんなことを考えました。希望を持ち続けるということは容易なことではない。悟りを開くことも容易なことではない。チベット民族の未来を考えるときに人間単位で考えてはならない。民族単位で考える。つまり本当に長い時間をかけなければチベットの自由は取り戻せないかもしれないということを意味しておられると思いました。チベットの未来を考えるときにすぐになぜ独立を求めないのかという急進的な考え方を持つ人もいます。そのような考え方の方は、例えば今法皇様がおっしゃったことは物足りないかもしれません。法皇様はチベットは中国の共産党一党支配の下の一部でいいと事実上言ってるんですね。ただしチベット人の生き方を許してほしい。チベット仏教を許してほしい。チベット仏教を信仰することを認めてほしい。チベットの言語を使うことを認めてほしい。チベット人としてチベットの価値観に基づいて暮らすことを認めてほしい。つまり中国という枠の中にいてもチベット人はチベット人であり続けるんだ。そのことを認めてほしいと言っているんです。これは本当に魂の底からのチベット民族の代表としての声ではないかと思います。中国も今のままの中国では続かないと私も思います。みんな思ってると思います。法皇様もチベットの人たちもそう思っていると思います。現にチベット仏教に学ぶ中国人がこの宗教を信じない社会主義中国の中で3億人もいるんです。これはチベット仏教の力なんですね。ただ単に古い経典を学ぶだけではなくて、現代人の悩みにいかに応えていくのか、そのことを科学であるとかいろんなことを取り入れながら、チベット仏教そのものが強くなり広くなり深くなる、このことを法皇様は目指しているわけです。今の中国は共産党一党支配です。国民を監視し、ジョージ・オーウェルの1984という4年という社会に近いんではないかとさえ言われているほどの監視社会です。自由もありません。言論の自由もない。司法の独立もありません。こんな一党独裁の国が長続きするはずがないんです。いつか必ず中国共産党の一党独裁は終わります。その時にチベット人はチベット人として存在していたい。チベット人として存在するということは仏教、言語、文化、先ほど申し上げたようなチベットの価値観をみんなが自分のものとして持っているということですね。その時に初めてチベット人としての民族としての再生、独立、自由が手にできるわけです。その遠い将来、あまり遠くないかもしれませんけども、その将来を目指して法皇様は今習近平体制に対してあまり強い批判をおっしゃらない。習近平体制に対して強い批判を法皇様がおっしゃれば、 中国の国内にいるチベット民族がどれほどの弾圧を受けるかわからないからなんですね。その辺のことを私は心に刻みながら法皇様のお話を伺いました。さあ次は第3部です。日本とチベットの絆についてお話を伺いました。さっきも申し上げましたけれども、去年法皇様は体調が悪くて来日できませんでした。今年来られました。そして皆さんこのことを心に刻んでください。日本はアジアの中で法皇様をいつでもお迎えするたった一つの国なんです。ダライラマ法皇は自由にどの国にも行くことができるわけではないんです。なぜならば受け入れ側の国が中国を恐れてビザを出さなかったりするからなんですね。日本はいつでもビザを出しています。そして同じような形で日本は中国にはない自由であるとか民主主義、そして弱い人々、弱い民族をかばうというこの人道主義の優しい心、そういったものを持ったのが日本です。その日本に法皇様はさまざまなことを期待しています。対談をお聞きください。Now you have been coming to Japan for so many times. Last year you couldn't come because of your health. This year you finally made it. I'm so happy to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And also you have a message and hope to the Japanese people. How do we, Japanese, and how the Tibetan people get together and contribute together to the human race, including the Chinese? How can we do things together?
Japanese, firstly, Asian country. Your culture, religiously Buddhist country, and your own tradition, Shinto tradition. I love Shinto because, you see, they very much respect nature. Very important. Now today's world, environment, very important. Global warming. See, each decade now warming. More and more problems.
It becomes more and more warmer. Yes.
So the American native religion respect nature. Then Shinto respect nature. Very good. Then Buddhism, Japanese Buddhism, you see, who recite Hangya Shingyo, that means the Sanskrit tradition. Now you Japanese, as I mentioned earlier, you see, we Japanese Buddhists should pay more attention for study. That's very important.
The Japanese monks do not study enough now.
We Tibetan tradition, in Tibet, in the past, in order to become a Buddhist scholar, at least 20, 30 years study.
20, 30 years study, and every day how many hours do you study?
I think firstly we learn by heart.
By heart.
All those root texts. I think several pages, sometimes 1,000 pages.
By
and
heart.
then use debate extensively. Analyze.
I see.
So in any way, Japan, Buddhist country, and a follower of Nalanda tradition, who recite Hangye Shingyo. So you have great potential there. And technology, modern education, you highly develop. So you have the opportunity combine technology, modern education, provide physical health, then Buddhist sort of knowledge about mind, about emotion, that brings inner peace. So you Japanese also you say have the, I think, great opportunity combine physical development and mental development. So you can make eventually, I think, some influence to Chinese brothers, sisters. Then eventually, I think, whole world, I think, Western civilization. Of course, I respect all religion. I really admire Christianity, Islam. Very good. But in philosophy, in a logical approach, I think the Buddhist tradition is the unique. So therefore, you Japanese, I think, can make certain significant contribution regarding world peace through inner peace. Then also, you see, physically, you experienced 2 nuclear bombs.
That's right.
One Hiroshima, one Nagasaki. I have been in many years ago. I think my first visit there, I met some old lady who already experienced some radiation from nuclear weapon. So I think, I hope the Japanese should lead worldwide movement denuclearization. Few years ago, I think 2 years ago, one Nobel laureate meeting in Rome. There is one expert about nuclear weapon. After his explanation, what called nuclear winter. Really terrible. So there I expressed, now we just, you see, it's not sufficient just to say free nuclear weapon, but we should make timetable within 2 years or 3 years. You see, world should be free from nuclear weapon. Once you see the timetable set up, then worldwide movement to achieve that. I expressed, but then not much happened. Nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
So now
yes.
Japanese, I think you experienced nuclear weapon. How dangerous, how awful. So I think you, I think really, logically, I think, Kasoda, you have the responsibility to create some movement, the free nuclear weapon.
Well, Japan has to have the initiative to show the values which is different from that of America or that of China. We are not Americans, we are not Chinese, we are Japanese, with the Buddhist history and the Shinto history, together with the scientific mind as you described. I think like Tibetans, you yourself and we Japanese can contribute to with each other to the better value systems of the whole world.
Yes, that's I feel.
Based on the more humanity.
Right? You have the ability to combine modern technology, scientific sort of knowledge, and plus your traditional sort of Nalanda tradition. So you have the opportunity and the ability to combine physical development, material development, and mental development.
I know you had totally retired from the political leadership of the Tibetan people, but do you have any expectation from the Japanese government?
I think one thing I want to say, your Prime Minister visited China, so it seems there are some improvement, Sino-Japanese relation. That is important. That is important. So one unthinkable sort of what's the hope, vision. Sometimes I feel Japan, China, India create some kind of union.
I think Japan is willing to contribute, but China has remained in our own ideological framework, which is very difficult to break through. Don't you think?
Well, take time, but I always admire the spirit of European Union.
European Union, EU.
In Japan, Germany and French. One my friend, one scientist, Actually, I consider one of my teacher about quantum physics, late von Weizsäcker. He once told me when he was young, every German eye, French is their enemy. Similarly, French eye, Germany is their enemy. Now that kind of thinking completely changed, he told me. So result, not just a word, result, the European Union start under the leadership of de Gaulle of France and Adenauer of Germany. These two persons, main person to create the European Union. I feel since the European Union started, materialized, at least in the European continent, no longer violence, fight. If European Union not develop, not start, I think the last few decades, I think some problems, some violence may take place. So now the future, whole world should be one kind of union. Then firstly, because of the nuclear weapon, then eventually demilitarized world. In order to carry demilitarized world, firstly, our own mental level, emotional level, demilitarized is very important.
Thank you very much today. You
So,
had this.
so really I feel with Japanese brothers sisters, I think really can make certain significant contribution regarding that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Your Holiness, thank you so much. 法皇様は日本に本当に多くのことを期待しています。ただ単に経済大国であること、もしくは科学技術大国であることだけではなくって、精神的なアジアのリーダーになってほしいと思っていると思います。それにしても日本のお坊様たちは勉強が足りないとおっしゃったことは、私たち国民も含めて本当に胸に刻まなければいけないと思いました。実は日本のチベット議員連盟は世界で最大規模なんですね。でこれをちょっとこの映像を見てほしいんですが、今年、法皇様が国会で、講演なさった時のものです。この後ろに例えば山谷恵理子さんなんかいらっしゃいますけれども、議員の皆さん方が法皇様をお迎えしました。日本の議員は一生懸命にこのチベットの平和のために支援しようとしています。これは本当に進めていかなければいけない。ちなみにこれは、肩という神聖なスカーフを法皇様から私がいただいた映像ですけれども、日本は本当にアジアのために尽くすことができる立場にあるんですね。またそれをしなければならないと私は思います。チベットと日本というのは遠く離れていて全く違う国のように思うかもしれませんけれども、実は私たちはある程度運命を共有していると思います。それは中国という、弾圧をする国の脅威に直面しているということなんですね。私たちがチベットを守ること、チベットの人たちがチベット人らしく暮らすことができる、そんな世界を作ろうと努力することは、いつの日か中国がもしかしてもっと大きな国になった時に、私たちの国も今よりもっともっと大きな脅威に直面するかもしれません。その時に日本民族が日本民族らしく生きることができるような世界を担保する。そのためにはそこに至るまでの多くの小さな民族のそれらの民族がその民族らしく生きることができるような世界を担保するということをしなければならないんだろうというふうに思います。私は日本が今日本の価値観を掲げて世界に名乗りを上げて人道主義、国際主義、そして平和主義、その平和主義を担保するための十分な国民の意志の力、国家としての力を蓄えるべき時だろうと思います。法皇様の教えはいろんな意味でいろんな色合いを持って私たちに降りかかってきます。現実を見た時に妥協もしなければならない。理想一筋でいくことは不可能です。 いろんな曲がり道を通りながら、最終的にチベット民族がチベット民族として、この大国、暴力的な大国中国の中で生き延びるにはどうしたらいいか、仏教も、そしてその仏教を支える科学の勉強も、すべての勉強も知的戦い、心の戦いなんですね。心を折れさせることのないように、知的に負けることのないように、私たちは自分たちを磨いていかなきゃいけないと思いました。そういう意味で、日本は仏教のお坊様だけではなくって、政治家も含めて、言論人の私たちも含めて、本当に勉強しなきゃいけない、そのことを教わったような気がします。来年も再来年も法様においでいただいて、またお話を伺いたいと思います。私たちは法様の前で本当に共に勇気を与え合い、そして希望を与え合えることができるような立場に立ちたいものです。私たちには実際にできることがたくさんある。その力もあるんです。その日本の力、そのことを信じたいと思います。さて、ここで私の本を一冊だけご紹介します。もうこの番組のレギュラーの視聴者の皆さん方にはどの本かお分かりだと思います。これですね。チベット自由への戦いです。この番組の後ではこの本必ず読んでいただきたいなと思います。法皇様とお会いしてダラムサラまで行ってお話を伺ったそのこともこの中にしっかりと書いています。さて、この後の花田さんの番組のお客様をご紹介いたしましょう。柳沢恭栄さんです。公益財団法人国際人材育成機構の会長です。外国人労働者問題の現場報告と題して非常に落ち着いたいいお話が聞けています。そしてまた来週の私の番組のお客様です。有本香織さんです。外国人労働者を受け入れる正しい法律。私も有本さんもこの外国人労働者の問題一生懸命に取材して皆様方に新しいいろんな情報をお伝えできると思います。本当に今日はなんか心がしっとりするようないいお話を法様にたくさん伺いました。皆様もどうぞごきげんよう。来週金曜日の夜9時この時間まで、またその時までごきげんよう。